Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. Hi, I'm Mind. So today's video is actually a walkthrough of this gorgeous deck, which as you can see is the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ. How we pronounce her last name here in Ireland is Cullinane, but I think in America you pronounce it a little bit different. So I'm just going to refer her to as MJ. And I got this deck a couple of weeks back. I'm not going to lie, I've been meaning to do this walkthrough with like the longest of times. But yes, so first of all, I want to say hi to anybody that's new, or if you've just stumbled across my channel, I'm Mend. Hello. I kind of do like a mixture of like different bits and pieces here on my channel between like spiritual stuff, and then I cover some paranormal stuff sometimes. I haven't done that in quite some time though, I'll admit. And tarot, oracle, anything like witchy, all that kind of good stuff, the good vibe stuff. But today I have an interest also in, as you can see, deck walkthroughs and showing you guys, so at least you can see whether this deck is for you. I'm sure there's probably plenty of walkthroughs of this deck now, but I still wanted to give my 2 cents all the same. So let's get into it. So, you know, grab a snack, tea, because it'll probably be a long one because this is a tarot deck and it is a 78 card deck with a guidebook. So this could be a bit of a long one. But this is the gorgeous deck. It comes in a lovely 2-piece hardback or hardcover box. I don't know how you describe that, but it's a 2-piece, and it is published by Hay House. And this is the back. I'll just hold it, so if you guys want to read it for yourself, that is absolutely no problem. And it retails in the US for $29.99, and in Canada it is $39.99. And I think I got it for about, it was over 20 odd euros, it was like 25 euros or something like that, because I am in Ireland, so our currency is euros. And I had watched a couple of walkthroughs of this deck because it was an independent deck first. So it was an indie deck until obviously Hay House picked it up. Now I'm not going to lie, I have obviously taken off the plastic on it and I did have a quick look through myself. So this isn't a first impression, although it is like over 3 weeks ago since I've looked at it. So I suppose in one way I've kind of forgotten, but I remember this coming up and then I was like, oh, do I really want it? Do I really need it? And then I was watching walkthroughs and just, I will show you the deck and you can see for yourself, but there was just something about this deck that really drew me in, because I don't normally go for kind of animal based tarot decks, even though I still consider myself quite a newbie as such to tarot. But there's just something about this. I tend to stick with decks that kind of really follow the RWS system, or if you don't know what that is, that's the Rider-Waite system, or Rider-Waite Smith system. So they're kind of decks, and I do feel, from what I remember, it does follow that. But yes, this was an indie deck, and then it has been produced into mass market. So let's get into the deck, because that's what we're all here for, really, isn't it? Now, I love the inside of this. Like, look at the clouds and the night sky. I'm just a sucker for good packaging, you know. I know some people keep their decks in bags and stuff, and I try and do that, but I really can't because I just like the boxes, and I'm fortunate enough that I can store them, so it's not a problem. I do prefer like these size boxes. They are easier to store in one sense. So without darkness there is no light, and I just, oh, that's lovely. So we're going to set that to the side. We have the guidebook and the deck, which is, and that's the inside of the box. Okay, so we've looked at the box, we've assessed the box, that's fine. These, oh, I just love the backs, but we'll get onto that in a second. We'll get the guidebook out of the way. I hope you guys can see. Yeah, so as you can see, the front of the guidebook is the same as the front of the deck. This is the back, and of course we have to do a sniff test. Oh my god, that smells. Hay House also have lovely smelling books. I know, yeah. But I know there's a few people within the community that do sniff the books, and I swear there's just something about books that, you know, Kindles or, you know, tablets or e-readers could never. They could never. I get the convenience, but I mean, there's just something about like paper and all that stuff. Anyway, so it's a fairly chunky book. And this is the inside. So I mean, this would be really good if you're traveling or something, because I know like Llewellyn's books are quite large, but they're so packed with details. But this seems to be really, you know, packed with nice amount. So there's your introduction, preparing to use your deck. Then you have card spreads. Oh, okay, so there's like a card spread here for like single card draw, yes, no, maybe, and then you have a list of your yes cards, no cards, and maybe cards. That's actually really cool. I don't think I've ever seen this in a deck before. And you have a single card draw, so advice, so that's a different one. And then you have a 4 card spread. And then you have questions for the major arcana. And then we go straight into the major arcana. And as you can see, there's no picture of the card, which is totally fine. I don't mind that. And then you have your information, and then the animals here. So we have that, and then let's just go to our minors. So we'll go here, Ace of Wands, and you have the same, pretty much like the major arcana. So how many pages do we have? If this is your thing, I will let you know. So you have about the author as well. And there's 161 pages in this chunky guidebook. So that's the guidebook. Putting that to the side. A sip of water. Because I do talk a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, I do talk a lot. This is a chunky deck. It is much larger than a standard Rider-Waite Smith, and I actually have a deck handy here that is the Rider-Waite Smith. So I'll pull out one of their cards so we can compare. So this is a standard tarot card. It is a Rider-Waite Smith. So you can see it is substantially larger. So if you're like me and you have tiny hands, this is going to be an absolute hoot to shuffle. But I don't mind because it is standard Hay House size from what I can see. I'm just wondering, do I have a Hay House deck here? I actually do. I have one of the information decks by Gabby Bernstein. So I'm not sure which one this is, but so we can see it's about the size of an oracle. You can see it practically lines up. So it's the size of an oracle deck. But if you don't like your tarot decks that size, just so you're aware. I love the backs of these. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I mean, I hope you can see the pops of pink. Like, it's actually more toned down on my camera because this is bright, nearly fuchsia pink, I would say. And you have the bees on the backs. I wouldn't be a huge bee lover, but I don't hate them either. And then you have a full moon as well. And there's this kind of grey blue hue, kind of like overall. So I love the backs. I'm a sucker for a nice back. So that is that. It's quite just a cardstock test, so you can see. It's not bad, actually. It is far better than Shaman's Dream, even though I love that deck. I hate the cardstock. I'm not even gonna lie, I really don't like the cardstock. So it seems that, you know, Hay House have kind of listened and brought back the better cardstock, because their older decks have way nicer cardstock. It is a chunky deck, as you can see. There is a it's large, But, you know, as far as me shuffling, not a problem. But we're not going to do that now because I need these in order to show you. So, these are the cards. Let me zoom you in a tiny, tiny bit so you can see. Not too much because we want to keep everything in line. So, we start with the Fool. And I really, really like the borders on this. I don't trim my decks. I am not that adventurous yet. I love that little High Priestess. I love the moon and the stars and the bat, and it does, from what I see so far, like follow the Rider-Waite-Smith system, but it also kind of incorporates its own, which I really like. And I love the animals in this. Like, look at the little baby fox. Cub, right? Isn't that what it's called? Now, I really feel that my camera isn't picking up the brightness of this. I'm so sorry if you can hear dogs barking. I had to open the window here. But I also believe she has another tarot deck. She's a couple, indie and mass market, but I think the mass market one I'm thinking is the Crow Tarot. I believe she did that as well. And is it the Furhoxa? But I think that is a independent. Like, look at this little Hierophant. Look at all the mice and the bakery. That is so, oh my god. I don't know, there's just something about this that is making me smile so much. Okay, see, I want to say that that's a badger and they're like chickens or something. Oh my god, you would imagine I would know these, right? Oh, it's a honey badger. That's what it is. I just want to look it up. So I was right in the sense of it's a badger. Strength. Oh look, you have a snake and a little mouse and the heart. That's interesting. I just find the artwork really interesting. I'm definitely trying to get out of my own way, out of my own comfort zone. Oh, the Hermit. Okay, I'm not going to read out all the titles because I know, you know, you probably can see them. So, oh, I really like that with the owls and stuff. It's interesting because you have bats here and you have scorpions and I think they're like moths. Can you see? And owls and spiders and a snake, and there's a whole lot going on in the card. The more you look at it, the more I feel the details you're going to pick up. It's definitely a deck I feel I'm going to have to spend time with, but I feel for me this is definitely a deck I'm going to try and spend time with over the autumn season and into winter. I feel there's just something very deep about it, and I feel that's kind of when we go into ourselves and, you know, you're really doing that inner work. That's so cute. Is that a possum? Because we don't have possums here in Ireland. Okay. That's interesting with like the red glowing eyes and the thorns. This devil is so interesting. I remember seeing this card and I'm like, okay, so I believe that to be a hare. And like, from what I can see, there's like snakes and heart. There's another heart. The tower. That's really cool. I love that. And you've like a little bird here as well. So there's a lot of details in these cards that I don't know if you can see them in, or if it's picking up on the camera, like, but there's so much that you could really dive into. Oh, well, that is a lovely judgment card, I must say, with like the skin and then the snake and stuff. So that's so interesting, so deep. Like I said, I just feel when you look at it first, you're like, oh, that's really nice. But like the more you look at the imagery, the deeper it seems to take you in. So I definitely think this is a deck that I'm going to use anyway for much deeper work. Which you would imagine like, oh, an animal deck, really? But yeah, why not? Oh, that's lovely. I love the incorporation of the moon and stuff. Oh my god, anytime I see these are lemurs, right? It always reminds me of Madagascar. Do you know the movie? King Julian. So I just hear his voice. Oh, I love the lotus flowers. And I want to say deer, it's not, it's an antelope, right? It looks like, do you know the Patronus from Harry Potter? That's what I feel like that looks like. See, some of these animals that are in this deck we wouldn't have them here in Ireland. Like we have foxes and just regular badgers, you know, we don't have any honey badgers here. Just regular ones. Okay, why do I feel like these are like jelly beans or something? They're probably not. I feel like they look like jelly beans. I just love the art style. The borders really make the picture pop. Oh, I love sunflowers. My mom is growing sunflowers in her garden, and they're so tall. We can't get over how tall they've grown, so I find sunflowers to be so happy. Oh, that just feels powerful. Like there's something about lions that just feels so empowering, and strength, and like just this deep wisdom. I love the incorporation of the white feathers here. Oh, the elephants. Oh, I love elephants as well. I just love animals in general. But I know my Oma, she absolutely loves elephants as well. So. Oh, and raccoons. Oh my gosh. I think raccoons are just so cute. Again, we don't have them here. So. That is so interesting. 5 of Cups. I love the way the green of the glass and stuff. It just makes it so realistic. These are like little works of art. Oh, look at the elephants. I love that. That is just amazing. And even that 7 of Cups, look at that with the stars. I know there's a term for it, but it's not coming to me. I can't remember. Constellations, is that how we pronounce it? Sometimes I doubt how I pronounce things. Oh, I love tigers as well. Excuse me. Oh, and peacocks. They always remind me of when I used to go to Holland as a kid. And there was this, oh, I can't remember where it was that we went, but they had peacocks, and I just found them so majestic because their tails are just out of this world. Oh, look at that 10 of cups. All the animals just, oh. I love that. Oh my god. This deck, I can't believe I've sat on this like for 3 weeks before I recorded it. In all honesty. And I love the red moon, the red orange. And the wheel. Oh, I love the way the two of them are. That's really nice. And I'm on to the sword. Oh. That's an interesting Tree of Swords. I know 9 times out of 10 Tree of Swords is always depicted as an heart with like 3 swords going through it, but I don't know, there's just something about this that is kind of like, oh, that's like real heartbreak. Oh, look at the little hedgehog. So cute. Oh, that's kind of like the the major that we had there that is totally slipping my mind now. 1 second, let me have one quick look. Oh, there you go, the moon. That was it. Look at that. That is really cool. Oh, the little turtle. Oh, Black Panther, yes. Or Jaguar, I think. Are they the same? I'm not 100% sure, but I would say Black Panther, but you know, they might. Let me have one quick look. Panther, yeah. They have Panther down here. I love the incorporation of owls here as well. But just all animals, in fairness. I mean, you know, there's so many animals out there, it'd be kind of hard to cover all of them in one deck. But sorry if you can hear my stomach grumbling. Oh, okay, that's like heartbreaking at the same time. With her in her nest, and then there's like little broken eggs, and that just breaks my heart. It really does. Oh my gosh. No. I feel like that looks like a ferret. Okay, that's slightly terrifying looking to me, to be honest. Oh, there's... Okay, so the front of the guidebook and the deck is the Queen of Swords. But obviously the sword is removed at the front of that. That is... Oh, that is gorgeous. I love that. That is a gorgeous card. And the King of Swords. Oh, there's just something so majestic about them. Oh, my dolphins as well. I used to love dolphins. I still do, but I loved them as a kid. I went through a complete obsession. Sorry, I moved that out of frame slightly. Oh, look at that 8 of Pentacles. That's really cool. It's like the hive where they make the honey and stuff. Oh, little bear hibernating. That is so cute. All the bees with the little pentacles on their back. Oh, it's a donkey! Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know, I absolutely love donkeys. They're just one of my favorite animals. Okay, I love all animals. It's very hard for me to pick a favorite, but I really love donkeys so much. There's just something so sweet. And I know they say they're stubborn and stuff, but they're just, oh, they're lovely. And they're so, I find them so friendly anyway. But oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'll show you the last two cards and I'll stop gushing about the donkey. And we've our Queen of Pentacles and our King of Pentacles. So that is the Guardian of the Night tarot. I really like this deck. Let me zoom you out a small bit. I really like this deck. I can't wait to like cleanse it, and I do a whole thing of like kind of trying, you know, bonding with my deck. Sometimes it works, sometimes it takes a bit more, but where I cleanse them and all that stuff. But yeah, I really like this deck, and I cannot wait to dive further into it. If this is something that you're interested in and you love animals, I would say pick it up. As for it being like beginner friendly, kind of, I would say kind of, but there's depth, and I can't see, like, it doesn't, I really do feel that you'd want to know to some extent the Rider-Waite-Smith system before you pick this up. But I mean, heck, if you're only picking it up to admire the cards too, there is nothing wrong with that. I love that. So I absolutely love this deck. I can't wait to play around with it and get to know it better. And yeah, that is it, guys. That's all I have to say about it. I'm going to stop talking because this video is going to be so long. And thank you so much if you've stuck around and you've watched to the end. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below. Do you have this deck? Are you going to pick up this deck? Or do you have something that's very similar to it that you like, no, I don't really need this deck? Do let me know in the comments below. As always, I always appreciate if you can give this a thumbs up. Share it with somebody if you feel the need to do so. And thanks for hanging out with me with the last half an hour, less than. And I always appreciate all the love and feedback and all that good stuff that you amazing people give me. And yeah, that's it. If you haven't subscribed, please do if you want to join. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Bye.